evening, everyone, and welcome to the Seaford Hotel. How are you? You're all good? Welcome along to Collingwood night. Two champions here from the Collingwood Football Club. Do you know who they are? Yeah? Peter Dacos, Tony Shaw. Should be a ripper show with these two. Now, we're going to have a lot of fun with the gentlemen that are sitting over there. They'll be up here very shortly. Welcome, though, to the That's Good Footy Panel Show, the only live and interactive footy panel show going around Australia. Show where the fans get to meet the players and the players get to meet the fans. So you can get involved in that tonight. There's a lot of pretty serious footy panel shows out there, but this certainly is not one of them. So we'll get our first panellist up here. He's played a total of 158 games and he's kicked a total of 88 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2011 when he plays for the Collingwood Football Club. He wears the number 38 on his back. Can you please welcome to the stage Mr. Jeremy Howe?
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name.
How's this? Jeremy Howe. He's up. He's normally up pretty high, and he's up pretty high right now too. Mate, welcome to your first That's Good for Footy panel show.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here, mate. We'll warm you into this like an old man into a warm bath. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. We'll see how you go. Let's get on with it, though. Our second panellist, he's played a total of 115 games and kicked 41 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2012. He plays for the Collingwood Football Club and he wears the number 13 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Taylor Adams.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game.
Taylor, how are you, mate?
Side by side they stick together.
How's this, boys? We're a little bit snug and cosy up here, aren't we?
It's nice.
Really nice, yeah.
We're just sitting in the kitchen at someone's house and just going, oh, what's going on? What are all these people doing here? Yeah, get some beers going on. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to know a little bit about the boys. We're doing it in a new segment that we call It's My Life.
It's my life. I do what I want. I do what I want to do.
Normally, guys, I'd say, you've just come onto the panel and we'll sit down and we'll have a little bit of a chat. But we do it in this segment, so I don't go into all those details. We'll do it all now. So I'm going to ask you a few different things. We can go through this as quickly as you like, or we can take our time, however you feel. I'll start with you, Jeremy. How many siblings do you have?
I've just got one brother, so he's older than me. He's 31.
Okay, yeah.
31.
You think? Yeah.
Just the one.
31. And Taylor?
Yeah, I've got 3 siblings, an older brother, older sister and a younger brother.
And ages?
Ages, they're 22, 26 and 28.
Not bad. I do that just to test him, you see. Where were you born, and is this also where you grew up, Jeremy?
No, it's pretty far away from where I was. I was a place called Dodgers Ferry, a little small coastal town in Tassie, about half hour southeast of Hobart.
Yep.
There's only about 2,000 people down there.
Okay.
My family are all still down there. That's where I obviously grew up and played all my footy as a kid.
Beautiful. So you were born there and grew up there? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
beautiful.
that is
Great.
the case.
Taylor?
Yeah, I was born in Geelong and grew up in Torquay, so down on the coast, down just south of Melbourne.
Yeah, on the west coast of Victoria. Who did you barrack for growing up, boys? Let's go with that.
Mine was an easy one. My old man was Collingwood, so he just convinced me straight away. So I didn't
Really?
get a choice. I was a prize man.
Wow. Excellent. All right. Taylor?
I kind of want that round of applause, but I barracked for Geelong, so yeah. They're easily my most hated team now, so
Yeah.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah, very good. And we like to get that question off, up the top of the range here. So once it's gone, no more booze for you for the rest of the night, all right? Does your family barrack for whoever you play for, or do they stick with who they barrack for? How's that?
Well, I grew up in a household, so my old man was Collingwood, my brother was Richmond, and my mother was the Blues. So
Wow.
it's pretty intense at times, but
Yeah.
as long as I think my brother, he's still Richmond, as long as I play well, I think
Yeah,
he's pretty
right.
happy. But
Yeah.
they pretty much stick to what they know.
Okay.
No, when I was drafted with the Giants, the membership tally doubled, went from 6 to 12, and then when it came to Collingwood, they obviously jumped on board the Pies. I've got a funny story about my nana. She was mad Geelong supporter, and I used to go watch the footy with her quite a bit down in Geelong. And when I called her to tell her that I was playing for Collingwood, she explicitly told me that I'm not, and that I wasn't allowed to.
Really?
and that I have to play for Geelong, and it took some convincing to allow her to let me play for Collingwood.
Nan, the stripes, they're still hoops, but they were, we turn them this way. Hey, where did you play your first ever junior game of footy, and what age were you?
Mine would have been at Sorrel, so only 15 minutes away from where I grew up, and it would have been under 8s in that league. So
Under 8s, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was probably similar age, but down in Geelong for St Joey's.
All right, and describe the jumpers to me. What do the jumpers look like?
Mine was red, yellow, and black stripes.
Okay.
mine at the time was the Eagles colours I was playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yellow and blue. Yeah, right. Is there a ritual that you have done since you first started playing football that you still do today?
Probably just of late since I moved away, that I always have the same meal 2 nights before a game and the night before a game. Most people just the night before.
Yeah, right.
I go 48 hours, so I normally have like grilled fish and salad 2 nights out,
Yeah.
and then have the stock standard spaghetti the night before. So
Bad. Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just wear the same pair of red jocks that I've had since I was
since under 8s.
since under 8s. Since coming to the club, so I make sure I try to refresh them quite often.
Yeah, right. Good idea. What would you have done if you didn't play footy, boys?
I was a Sparky apprentice before I got drafted, so I did that for 4 years, and then lucky enough to get picked up. So I'd probably be flicking a few wires around still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a great question. I hadn't given it too much thought before I got drafted. I'm doing a carpentry apprenticeship at the moment, so maybe it would have been on the tools.
Yeah, right. So carpentry and a Sparky, you guys might end up building something together.
block.
Yeah, right. Outside of AFL, what's your favourite sport?
Golf. I reckon.
Golf,
Yeah.
okay.
Play a bit on the day off normally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big NBA fan. So
NBA
basketball,
fan?
Yeah.
Do you switch wherever James goes, King James?
No, I'm a bit of a bandwagoner, so I'm Golden State Warriors at the moment, and we'll
Good.
see who goes well next year.
Yeah, okay, all right. And Jeremy, tell me about golf. Who's your favourite player in the golfing circuit?
It'd have to be Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's just a freak athlete.
Champion?
Kind of changed the game in terms of physique and that. He's fit, so you don't normally see too many fit golfers. So.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Who, if you could, would you most like to meet on the planet? Give me that one.
Probably Roger Federer.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Very
Seems like a pretty
nice.
good fella.
Yeah, I'm a massive Steph Curry fan, so I'd love
Okay.
to shoot hoops with him.
Should love to shoot hoops with Steph Curry. I couldn't think of anything better either. If you could live in any Melbourne suburb, would you stay where you are currently, or would you move?
I've got great neighbours, so. Where would I go? I might end up on the beach somewhere like down that little nice Brighton area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so any along that Bayside area I'm pretty happy with. I've
Okay.
been in Elwood and Hyatt, so somewhere along there is nice.
Did I hear Narry Warren? Yeah. Okay.
Or there, that's all.
Yeah, all there. Yeah. Don't worry, he knows how to win you over. It'll be fine. What do you do to relax and unwind, boys?
Probably goes along with what I said before. I like to get out on the golf course every Wednesday,
Okay.
so when I'm not injured. But
Yep.
and then probably just relax really.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Fortnite?
What's that?
Good.
Big fan of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I like to play golf occasionally, and also quite a big reader, so I like to try to read some books and become intelligent.
Okay. Tell me,
He hasn't read many books yet.
I was going to say, is there any particular topics that those books may come under?
No, pretty broad. I actually read a lot of non-fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So, a few stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
This question pertains to that answer that you gave before. Do you have any movie, TV show, or video game recommendations?
At the moment, I'm watching a TV series called Billions.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yep.
pretty good. That or Power is another good one that I'm watching at the moment. So.
Yeah, I'm actually watching Power at the moment, so
Yep.
yeah, big fan.
Yeah, I'm into that too. Don't mind that. If you had a victory lap or an introduction song, what would it be?
I'd have to be Eye of the Tiger, surely.
The Tiger. Beautiful. Very nice.
You put me on the spot here.
Introduction.
Maybe
or a
like
victory lap.
In the Club, 50 Cent.
What song would that be?
It's just like, I'm in the club.
Oh, yeah, in the club. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Sorry about that, mate. Did you have an idol or hero when you were growing up, and who was it?
Mine's going to sound pretty corny, but because I barracked for the Pies, mine was Bucks.
Oh, very nice. Corky or no Corky, he's back in. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Well, my favourite footballer was Jimmy Bartel. When I was growing up as a Cat supporter,
Yeah.
big fan of
Yeah,
him.
nice boy. Who is your favourite musician or band on the planet? Do you have one?
So I'm not a huge. I do enjoy music, but I don't know the names of songs or bands. So
Okay.
it's always a boring answer when I get asked this. So
What sort of radio? What if you had to
I
choose
don't mind
radio?
the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So
Okay, yeah, all
I
right.
bought their album when I was about 14, I reckon.
Okay, Under the Bridge.
Yeah, it's a good question. I love Drake, and
Okay.
but I also like the other side of the spectrum is like Kings of Leon, someone like that.
Beautiful.
Rock band, yeah.
Jeez, mate, might have to drop over to your place and listen to a bit of KOL. Do you wish you could play a musical instrument, and if so, what would it be?
I used to play the trumpet in high school. It's not overly appealing, but
It's got a certain, you know.
yeah, I'd love to play the guitar.
Okay, acoustic or electric?
Acoustic.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'd probably be a drummer, so
Yeah.
make a band.
Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. Make music together. What is your favourite movie of all time, and how many times have you seen it?
Mine would be a comedy. It's called Superbad.
yeah.
I've seen it probably 100 times.
Really?
Yeah,
It's just got
quality,
that
yeah.
little bit of appeal for you. Yeah. Okay.
My favourite movie, and it was because I was a kid. When I was growing up, was Dumb and Dumber, and I just love it. Yeah, it's always good for a cheap laugh.
Where he gets his tongue stuck on the pole? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real appeal.
It reminds me of Geordie to Goey.
Nice answer. All right. I don't know how to go with that. That's a doozy. Thanks, Taylor. Is there anything that really annoys you at the moment that you want to share with us?
If I tell you, you're going to start doing it?
Might. What would it be? Something that really
Something
annoys
that
you?
drives
No,
me
I
insane.
wouldn't do that. No.
Oh, when you let people in the if you give way to someone and they don't wave, or you show traffic etiquette,
good.
it drives me insane.
I hear. I wouldn't do that.
Bad drives are really annoying. But I don't like people on the phone. You know, on your phone, light goes green,
Yeah.
and then you miss out because they don't go. So it's just like,
Hate
first
that.
of all, you're doing something illegal.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Second
all
of all,
over
it cost
that.
me a minute.
Yeah, good one. Thanks, Taylor. Yeah. So I like to ask that because it gets me riled too, so I'm with you. Hey, does your partner give you any feedback or insight on your footy?
I think she did early days, but it didn't go down that well. But nah, she kind of steers clear of the footy
Yeah.
feedback.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually best on ground according to my missus. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about the footy? There too? Yeah. Beautiful. All right, moving right along. Hey, what's your favourite day of the week and why? Doesn't have to be the obvious.
No, apart from game day, mine's probably the night before because
Okay.
I get to eat as much food as I want, knowing that I've got a big day the next day. So
Yeah,
you
you
kind
can
of
run
get
it
to
all
treat
off.
yourself a bit.
Yeah, good.
I love Monday after a win.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. Yeah.
That's a great answer. I like that. Yeah, good.
After a loss, not so much. I hate it, but
Yeah.
after a win, best day ever.
Beautiful. Excellent. Well, you've been feeling pretty good this year. Where has been your best ever holiday? Footy trip, otherwise,
We had a
family,
pretty good one
friends?
last year. We went to it was 10 of us boys that went to Croatia last year. Did yacht week, so that was a real spectacle.
That European summer, so to speak?
yeah.
Yeah. You can
Unbelievable.
tell that answer when he goes, oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I just mimic what he said. It was a
Yeah.
good trip. There's 10 of the boys for 17 days. It was
You can't
It was
beat
It was
that.
getting pretty long towards the end.
Yeah.
But, seeing the same blokes every day, but we got there.
We got there, we got through it. Hey, what's your favourite meal, Jeremy, and how often do you have it?
The 2 meals pre-game are probably my favourite.
Yep.
So I'm a big fish eater. Coming back from Tassie, so I used to love that. So I miss that the most, probably from back home.
Okay.
Yeah, I love just a really good nice steak.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nice quality steak, yeah.
Are you sweet eaters? I mean, I know I ask you this because
I am.
obviously you've got skin fold tests that you've got to be worried about, but do you get the chance to indulge? And if so, what's your favourite, little treat?
Normally post-game,
Yeah.
so straight after the game, Carly, my partner, gets a bit of a snack pack going. So there's normally a pack of Tim Tams, block of Top Deck, and a bag of pods. But
Wow.
then she kind of feels like she has to help me eat them because it was a big day for both of us. So
Good
yeah,
answer.
That's
Very
amazing.
nice.
If I was going to treat myself, I'd probably shoot down to Messina and grab a nice ice cream.
Nice ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You wouldn't be into a snot block. No one would eat a vanilla slice or anything, would they? Nah. Everyone else is going, yeah, I would. Yeah, I get you. Hey, what's your favourite Melbourne restaurant? Do you have one?
Mine's Nobu.
Oh, yeah.
Love the black
Yep.
cod there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Mine probably be Mr. Miyagi.
Okay.
On Chapel Street there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go there a fair bit. It's
Yeah, good. All right. We do that because we're lucky to get your next meal on us. Family or friends have flown in from interstate. What are you going to do to entertain them?
I normally just fill the fridge up with alcohol.
That's not bad. Yeah.
They're not really. Well, they're happy to see me initially, but then everyone hovers around the fridge, so I make sure it's full.
We're Tasmanians, mate. I'm all over that. Yeah, that's a good answer.
That is a great answer. My family can't drink like a family of Tasmanians, so I have to actually put some effort in. Usually just a nice lunch or something like that.
Okay.
Pretty cruisy.
Yeah, good. All right. How are you with flying interstate for games?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
I think we tend to travel as a group really well in
Okay.
terms of win-loss, but
Yep.
it's a chance to get away and you have normal conversations, anything
Okay.
about footy, so it's, it's pretty good.
Are you a sleeper or are you an annoyer?
Sleeper.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
Taylor?
We get our own rooms now, so it's we can't really annoy each other.
Okay.
But, yeah.
But on the flight as such? Like if you had to do a Perth one or a...
most blokes put headphones on and you
Okay.
don't hear from anyone.
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
it's actually quite a peaceful couple of hours.
Good. It's your time to just zone out. What's the craziest, smartest or dumbest thing you've ever done?
I rode a donkey in Barcelona.
Can you say that again for everyone? Because I really want that to be...
And there's a video of it, and our coach has seen it.
I've got the video.
It's very funny. I rode a donkey in Barcelona. Had a bet with Geordie to go in. I won.
Can you elaborate just on...
So basically, we had an Airbnb, and across the road was this little it was actually in Ibiza, so it was in Spain. But there was like a little paddock, and there was a donkey in there. And I grew up on 3 acres. My family had a horse, so I said to Geordie, we had a bet, and I said, I'll ride the donkey. He said, no, you won't, no chance. So I jumped the fence and jumped on this donkey and started smacking on the bum, and sort of took off. And it was a little bit old, so I didn't really do too much. But
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I can just imagine that story where they're sitting in the hotel room and they've looked across and Taylor's gone, I'm going to ride that. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, good.
it was,
What about you, Jeremy?
Oh, it's probably the same. The stupidest thing I ever did was let him do it. I thought it'd be great to just get my phone out and film it instead of maybe telling him not to do it. So.
Oh, great. Partner in crime. Oh, he's got the footage. Hey, give us your best knock-knock joke. Have you got one? That's real spur of the moment.
No, I actually don't have any.
No, haven't got one? No. Jez?
Still Sidebottom's a knock-knock specialist. That's where
That's
he
actually
would have
what-
been producing.
Yeah, that's where this idea came from.
Yeah.
He was
Brilliant, yeah.
shooting them out the back, and I'm going, mate, all right, save it for the show. Not to matter. Hey, let's talk a little bit about at the club. Who's the one person you'd want to have the ball to kick to win the game after the siren?
Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Oh, yeah. Great answer.
Maybe Howie. You're a nice set shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't tell me that.
I'll be talking about that on the car on the way home. Hey, who's the coach's pet in your eyes?
Pendles has to be.
Pendles?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Josh Smith. That's a great answer.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He'd be up there.
Okay, good. Who loves getting their rig out?
Yeah, Tay. I'll give his credit. He's in good nick.
You don't tell me that.
Can I tell you that you have been voted by all Collingwood Collingwood players that have been on the show as number one. So well done, mate. Hang on to that number one category. It's a rating. Does your partner come to watch you play or stay at home and watch you on the box?
No, she comes to every game.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Excellent.
same. Yep.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Who thinks they're the most intellectual at the club?
Brody Grundy.
Yeah, Broads. Brody, yeah.
I'm glad we said thinks. Who is careful with their money at the club? You can interchange that word careful with anything you
Ben
like.
Reid.
Ben Reid?
And he's a tight ass, not careful.
He's a tight ass, mate. Go with
I
that.
actually don't think he has a wallet.
Yeah?
I don't think he has one. Yeah.
No? Yeah, okay. They're scary, those ones without wallets. Who has absolutely no fashion sense at the club?
Jack Majdon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him or Who else? Nathan Murphy's pretty average.
Okay.
We're picking
Yeah,
on the
all
young
right.
blokes, but
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah. That's okay. Who has absolutely, well, actually, no. Who spends the most amount of time in front of the mirror?
He'd be up there, but Matt Scharenberg's got a bit of a mop going on at the moment. So
Okay.
he spends a lot of time making sure he can flick it behind his ears
That's
and
it.
get the curl under there. And
I hear ya.
Ben Crocker likes his appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, spends a lot of time working on his looks.
It's interesting because it's not always about the physique. A lot of the guys, it's about the hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah, I get you.
And the
Okay.
tattoos and the,
What's the one achievement that you're most proud of?
oh, I'd probably. Nah. It's probably.
runner-up mark of the year.
Apart from that, no, probably just being drafted, I guess.
Yeah, good.
It was a pretty special moment that you get to share with your family.
That's a great answer. I love it. Well done.
Yeah, it's a really good question. I'm pretty proud of the way that we've responded this year. It's a pretty serious answer, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing finals, so I'm rapt for about that.
Might be a serious answer, but it's a bloody good one. Really, really nice. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given without throwing you under the bus here? What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Probably only put your energy into things you can control, I guess.
Yep.
I think we're in a position to be able to listen to a lot of external things and it can get you down at times, but
Yep.
I think whatever you control, put your energy into that and seems to put you in a pretty good direction, I think.
That's nice. That's good, Jeremy. Well done. Yep.
Yeah, I reckon like pretty similar to Jez. Really like old motto, but just treat people how you'd like to be treated.
Yep.
Treat everyone equally. And
Yeah, I love that
I think my mum and dad's probably tried to instill that into me and my brothers and sisters from a young age. Yeah.
Very good. What's the one thing you can't live without?
Food.
Good.
Oxygen.
Good. No, very good.
That's a great question. I think like TV series, like love binging on them.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Still Side Bottom gave me air.
Yeah, oxygen.
Jordan DeGoey gave me water. You've gone food. Not bad, boys. We're all in the same vein there. So, yeah, we're working along nicely. What's the best ever win you've been involved in? It doesn't have to be something that just everybody might know. You might have one that just means the world to you. Best ever win.
Mine was probably round 23 when we flogged the D's and knocked them out of the finals last year.
That's not bad, mate. Very good answer. Yeah.
Best win. Well, on the weekend was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
We haven't beaten Port for 4 years, and
Yeah.
to beat them by 50 points is nice.
Wasn't it good? Yeah, very good. What's the one thing that you love about footy?
Mateship,
Yep.
being around 44 guys every day is pretty cool.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that and the fact that we get to go out and compete every weekend together. Yeah.
Gotta love these answers. This is fantastic. Seriously. This question: who, in your opinion, is the best player at the Collingwood Football Club current day?
I reckon Brodie Grundy right now.
Yeah.
I reckon he's probably one of the best players in the comp.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Great answer. After a night game, are you able to sleep easily, or is it harder to wind down?
Depends how many diazepam I take. Nah, usually I'm like staring at the ceiling at about 2 a.m. and worrying about what I did wrong during the game or what we could have done better. And
Yeah. Okay.
so take a while to switch off.
All right.
No, I'm pretty stock standard. Once I polish all the chocolate off, I'm straight out.
The sedatives
sugar
in
high
that, they
doesn't keep me up either. So.
All right. Nice. Are you superstitious in your preparation for a game? Not necessarily are you superstitious, but are you superstitious in your preparation for a game?
To a certain extent, like I've gone into games feeling like I haven't done enough.
Okay.
But it's not superstitious as such. Yeah, I try to be as relaxed as I possibly can going into games.
Yep,
Otherwise, if you don't have time to do something and you aren't able to do it, and you go into a game and you're really stressing.
Yeah,
So,
good.
Yeah, try to be relaxed.
Bad mindset. Jeremy?
Nah, I don't really. Nah.
No. Okay, good. Just get out there and take a grab. Is there a ground around Australia which you least prefer to play on?
Etihad.
Nice. Simultaneous. Very good. Excellent, boys. Last question out of this little segment. Which club has the most feral supporters?
I'd probably say. Probably wouldn't think it, but West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Pretty sterile over
Subiaco's pretty daunting at times.
Yeah, okay. And you didn't feel it while you were over in Adelaide, you know? You don't...
Yeah, Adelaide are pretty feral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're West Coast and...
Adelaide's hostile.
Yeah, right.
Really hostile.
Very hostile. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for the boys? That's our segment called It's My Life. Thanks, boys. Love it. You can relax a little bit now, have a water. What I'm going to tell the people here tonight is we do talk a little bit of football because that's why you're here, just to find out a little bit what the boys have got to say. We're going to go into the tips. We'll give that as much attention as it needs. But the one game that we will focus on is the game that we're here to talk about, which is the game at Perth Stadium on Saturday afternoon. But we'll go into this now. Let's kick it off, Sammy. And the Pies have won. Great game, boys. Well done. All right, what we're going to do here, boys, you can just give me your tips and thoughts on these particular games. It is round 23, the last of the home and away. Can you believe the season's gone like that? Unbelievable. Friday the 24th of August, this game we'll talk about. Adelaide Oval, 7:20pm. It's Port Adelaide in 9th position, coming up against Essendon in 11th. Let's hear Port. And that'll do. Let's go straight to Essendon. And that'll do there. All right, there we go, boys. Your thoughts or tips on this particular game?
I think Essendon, the way they're playing, I reckon they'll beat Port over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Port have got a few sore boys and may even see some outs this week.
Okay. Jeremy?
Yeah, I'd probably be the same. Goddard's last game as well. It'd be pretty... they'll do a fair bit for him to try and get the result. And Port, I reckon the win was... the loss to us would really affect him, and I think Essendon will get on top. Yeah,
I think Essendon as well. Congratulations to Brendan Goddard on his stellar career. Fantastic. It'll be interesting to see whether he goes on anywhere else or not. Yeah, there you go. Let's go to this one, though. It's Saturday the 25th of August. It's at GMA HBA Stadium, 1:45pm. It's Geelong in 8th position, coming up against the Gold Coast Suns in 17th. Let's hear Geelong.
We are Geelong.
Thanks, mate. Straight to Gold Coast. There we go again. All right, boys. 8th versus 17th. Your thoughts here?
Yeah, the Cats get the job done, don't they?
I feel like something would have to go horribly wrong for the Cats to lose. They
don't lose much down there.
No. And I think they probably penciled these two in about 4 or 5 weeks ago as a win. Whether that comes off or not, well, that's yet to be seen. Let's go to this game, though. MCG, 2:10pm. It's Richmond in 1st position, coming up against Western Bulldogs in 13th. Let's hear Richmond. Thanks, mate. Straight to the Western Bulldogs. All right. Probably as easy as it looks on paper, boys.
Yep.
Richmond?
Yeah,
Dogs, eh?
Yep.
I think so. I think Richmond had the ability. I think they were resting players last week.
Yeah.
And they'll probably rest another 3 or 4 this week potentially. But again, Bulldogs would have to play out their skins to even get close.
It's unbelievable. Is that now 19 straight? 19 straight at the G. No, not a bad record going into finals. I think there's a couple of contenders out there, and I think you guys are part of it. So let's get on to this game. It's Etihad Stadium. We're going to jump the one that I wanted to allude to. This is at 7:25pm. It's Carlton in 18th, coming up against Adelaide in 12th. Let's hear Carlton, please. Cheers, mate. Straight to Adelaide. That'll do there. 18th versus 12th, boys.
Yeah, I don't reckon people are going to like hearing this, but I think Carlton might get the job done.
Wow.
So I think Adelaide probably start thinking about Mad Monday. Carlton have been thinking about it for a while, but I think the Blues will get it done.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I disagree with Jez. I think Adelaide will be too strong for the weekend, yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go straight to this game then, boys. SCG, 7:25pm. This is 5th versus 4th. This is going to be a ripper game. It's Sydney Swans in 5th position, coming up against Hawthorn in 4th. It is a Saturday evening game at the SCG, as I said. Let's hear Sydney.
Cheers, cheers.
Thanks, mate. Coming up against the Hawks. There we go. Not only have you got some interesting outs, maybe some interesting ins, some inclusions. Hawthorn, hopefully Roughhead back, could be Sicily. Sydney Swans, Buddy, groin, interesting one.
Yeah, well, I think if Buddy doesn't play, then Hawthorn win.
Yep.
If Buddy plays, the game's a lot closer, and I think the Swans can get the job done at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I think Hawthorn also. I don't think James Frawley's going to play for Hawthorn either. So,
Bit of inside word there.
Yeah, you heard it first from me. So, Yeah, I think Sydney will win. I'd prefer Sydney to win, and they finish in the top 4 than Hawthorn. I don't want Hawthorn in the top 4.
Yeah, okay, nice. Let's go to this, boys. Sunday, 26th of August. It's at the Gabba, 1:10 p.m. It's Brisbane Lions in 15, coming up against West Coast in you've thrown me, in second position. Let's hear Brisbane. You can sing that if you want, whoever yelled out. No, that'll do then. All right, straight over to West Coast. That'll do. Thank you, Sam. 15th versus second, boys.
I actually think Brisbane could win. Yeah, definitely. They play a really good brand of footy up north. Obviously, no Kennedy. Is that confirmed?
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't think Kennedy will play, and Jack Darling might not play as well with concussion. So, Brisbane. I think Brisbane are a better team than what they've shown on the
They
line.
are,
Yeah,
for sure, mate. Yeah, I hear you.
Yep, I agree. I think the way Brisbane move the ball, they've got no issues with scoring, and they move the ball quickly, and West Coast play like a zone defence.
Yep.
So it's the worst nightmare to come up against. So, and they play the Gabba well. So I'm going with the Lions.
That's amazing, guys. I really like that as a tip. 15th versus second. You probably wouldn't have picked West Coast to go down, but if they do, wow. MCG 3:20 p.m. This is another cracker game.
Cracker, yeah.
Wow. 7th versus 6th. Melbourne in 7th position.
It's a grand old fashioned.
Coming up against the GWS in 6th. And that'll do there. Thanks, mate. 7th versus 6th. This game was always going to come down to the wire for Melbourne. I was rapt to see them perform so well against West Coast last weekend. Can they carry it on and cement themselves, right into the top 8? It'd be awesome to see. What are your thoughts, though?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a massive game. It was almost like a final last week for the D's. They played really well, and to come up against the Giants, it's going to be pretty interesting. And regardless, or if the Giants manage to get the job done, there's every chance they potentially might play each other again.
Yeah.
Results panning out for first week of finals. So big game, but I reckon the Giants will win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants as well. I think they'll get Josh Kelly back this week.
Yep.
And I think he's their barometer. He plays, they win most games. So
Yeah, he's brilliant.
I'm going to tip the Giants.
Viney, I think it must be close.
They said first final, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so that could be interesting as well. All right, boys, let's go to this one. Etihad Stadium, 4:40 p.m. It's St Kilda in 16th position, coming up against...
When the Saints
That'll do, sorry, Sam. Coming up against North Melbourne in 10th. That'll do there. I don't know what we want to say here, boys. You might just want to give me a tip and we get on with it.
Yeah, I think North win.
Yep, North, that'll do. All right, let's go back to this game. This game is proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. Let's get the big picture on this game. This is a game that you're all here to find out a little bit more about. It's at Perth Stadium, 2:35 p.m. We'll talk about when you boys are going over, but it's Fremantle in 14th position. That'll do, thanks very much. Let's go straight to this one. You can join in and sing. Collingwood in 3rd.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barrackers are shouting as all barrackers should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Oh, yeah, go boys! All right, here we go. Guys, I explained to the people off the top of the show, and I'll tell you again now, there's plenty of pretty serious footy panel shows out there, and you can get all your footy updates, your stats and your opinions and thoughts through all of that. Here, we just like to get your tips. We're going to go into this game, obviously, in a little bit more greater detail. We can talk about possible ins and outs. You want to give me any of that information, you'll talk about it. If you don't, you'll just look at the floor and we'll move on to the next question. It'll be that simple. Let's discuss this, boys. You're coming up against Freo, who are sitting 14th on the ladder, and they're coming off a 133-point drubbing against the Cats with a record of 23 straight goals kicked against them, which is just phenomenal. Last weekend, wow. Now, you boys are sitting 3rd on the ladder, great position to be in, and you're going to be playing finals. I want to talk about this. Brodie Grundy, he's had a stellar career. And Taylor, well, it looks like you've stepped right into the Adam Treloar roving role. Mate, you must be loving that.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about my role since Adsy's gone out, but I feel, and I think internally, it's just been coincidence. I think we played better footy when we're both in the midfield, and I'm really looking forward to getting Adsy back. But last 5 or 6 weeks for myself has been quite pleasing, and obviously the team sort of performed pretty well as well. So it's been good.
I think it's been fantastic, and we've all acknowledged already this evening that Brodie Grundy is probably the premier ruckman in the competition. He and Max Scorn have just had outstanding careers, but just to be able to read the ball off his taps and knowing to be in the right position at the right time, there's a certain skill that's associated with that. That just doesn't happen. But to have that ball rammed down your throat and then you're off and running, kicking it into the forward line, brilliant, mate. Love watching it. I wanted to now discuss this, Jeremy. Jeremy, tell us a little bit about your corky. I know that you have spoken about it in the media, but I just wanted to say it's not often that a corky keeps someone sidelined for 3 weeks. Tell the people here tonight exactly why that happened.
Yeah, I guess I've already copped enough stick as it is, being out with a corky for a month. But so what ended up happening? So I got kneed in the leg by Toby Nankervis in the Richmond game. He kind of flushed me in the side of the femur, and the bruise became so deep that it wouldn't really release, and it kind of hung around. And we tried to, hopefully, it was just going to drain and go away naturally for 2 weeks. It wasn't the case. I couldn't really have much movement in my leg. So when it became like 2.5, nearly 3 weeks, we had to try and do something. I went and seen Julian Feller, and they put me under and opened me up and sucked it all out like a vacuum, put a hole in the side of the quad and pulled it all out. And I've been able to run, so it's a bonus. I was kicking the footy on Tuesday, so potentially could have played this week, but given the travel, the flight, the risk of it blowing up again was probably a bit high. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So to say, you'd be out for a month with a cork it's not great.
No.
I haven't missed 2 games ever in a row, so to be out for a month with a cork's a bit disappointing.
For
so
sure.
First final should be fine.
Can I ask you this? What was the relief like after? Was it instantaneous? Was it?
Yeah. So I kind of you get referral pain because everything from your quad, I guess, it just goes down. So I had sore ankle, knee, the whole lot. And as soon as I woke up, I could grab my ankle again. So I couldn't hardly put my socks on. And then when I came out of surgery, I was able to put I happily just had all the free range back. So
fantastic.
The obvious question is why didn't I get it done earlier? But you kind of have to give it every chance to heal naturally. I guess.
Naturally, yeah, good. All right. Thanks for that insight. Boys, the critics have been out there. They've been saying all year, Collingwood won't make the 8. Collingwood won't play finals. Buckley's had his time. Even Eddie recently said that he wasn't sure whether which direction Nathan's career was going to go. I talk now about the long-term injuries you've had, and I feel so sorry for this kid because he's been on the show, I think about 5 or 6 times. We haven't seen him for a number of years now. Jamie Elliott, knee with his season, and it's so sad for the kid. Matthew Scharenberg, knee. Tim Broomhead, broken leg. Lyndon Dunn, knee. Daniel Wells, foot, season. They're all season-ending injuries. Hence the reason most people out there have been saying Collingwood aren't going to win. Nathan Buckley's not the coach for Collingwood. All the people, even Collingwood supporters, came out and gave it to him, up around round 1, round 2, round 3, what it's going to go on, what are Collingwood going to do. It was nice to see all that turn the corner when Collingwood did, and there was reasons that those things happened. The Pies injuries, I'll talk about who could be coming back into the team, but I just wanted to talk about this. It's exciting to see these players come into the Collingwood Football Club, and I speak of people like Hoskin Elliott, Stevenson, Phillips, Aish and Thomas. They're all coming in and playing a really good role for the Collingwood Football Club. Players that were not household names before this season even, and what they've been able to do and what they've been able to achieve for the Collingwood Football Club, along with the rest of the developing players, has been bloody wonderful.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why we're sitting third on the ladder at the moment. We've always had, over the last 3 or 4 years, we've always had really good top-end talent. Like Pendlebury's your side bottoms, obviously Howie, Brodie, but the development of our younger guys, obviously adding Jaden Stevenson with a first-round draft pick was huge benefit for us, but to have Joshy Thomas playing career best footy, Will Hoskin Elliott, James Aish playing really good footy, Chris Main. So these guys have come on and they're playing really, really good roles for us, really important roles for us, and we're certainly, I think we're really grateful for the amount of effort and energy they've put into making their game take it to the next level. Absolutely.
Backed up with players revitalising their careers like Chris Main, Travis Varco, who just played his 200 last weekend. Congratulations to Travis for that. But also finds like Myercheck and Magden. I mean, they've just come out of nowhere and they've fitted right into the Collingwood brand and style of football that Collingwood is now synonymous for.
Yeah, I guess probably to follow on from what Tay says, we play a pretty systematic, basic brand of footy, but there's an importance on role, and I think everyone's got to buy into that, and this year everyone has. We don't rely on individual brilliance, although we do celebrate great players and great acts, but it's the small things that we do appreciate internally, and those guys coming in, the roles are made pretty clear before they come in, and there's no surprise to us why they're performing the way they are.
That's actually, you've just hit the nail right on the head, that their roles are clear and defined before they come into the club, so they can come in and gel with the rest of the team, and it then gives you continuity, which is fantastic. I love it. I reckon it's bloody awesome. Early in the season, people wanted Big Mason Coxhead. Put him on the platter and send him back to the US. He was dropped to get him out of here. He played a great leading role, and now he's kicked 19 goals for the season.
Yeah, and that's...
What a find that is.
Well, it's not even a quarter of the amount of benefit we get from Coxie, and we have to remind him every week that he's much more important than just a goal kicker for us.
Yeah.
His ability to bring the ball to ground when most other forwards may be outmarked in 2v1s and big pack situations, he's the best in the comp at it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And then his ability to obviously complement Broads in the ruck. He's a beautiful tap ruckman. He does a great job in the centre bounce and around the ground, and for a guy to be playing the sort of footy that he's playing after 4 years.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is amazing.
Yeah. 211 centimetres, is that correct? Is that standing at about that?
Yep.
I mean, you can't beat that. If you get him into a leading forward, I've got to chop his arms or block his lead. How do you see this game being played out, boys, coming up against, obviously, your game this weekend? How do you see this game being played out?
I think probably Tay gets to touch on it because he'll be playing, but I think it's important to start well. Clearly, they're coming off the back of a massive loss, and it's their last game for the season.
Yep.
I think we've got everything to play for. They've got nothing to lose. It's a super important game for us, not so important for them, but they're a proud club with a proud coach, and I think if they get their tails up in the first quarter, they potentially might try for the majority of the game, but if you put them away early, they start thinking about what Sunday and Monday looks like. Fantastic.
I like it. I'm just going to go into this. Pye's injuries test, Ben Reid calf. Do you think that he'll be okay without giving away?
No, he won't. He's not playing this week.
No, he's not. Rupert Wills, hamstring?
Yeah, he's back. He plays
He's back?
VFL on the weekend.
Yep, okay. Jeremy Howe with his corky, he's back?
Yeah, I'll be back, potentially VFL next week. So.
Oh, yeah, all right. And short term, Flynn Appleby hamstring, 1 to 2 weeks. Tyson Goldsack knee, and he's back.
Both of them are back. Yep.
All right. Darcy Moore with his hamstring. 3 to 4 weeks still.
Still
just watching that closely.
Yep.
And this is my favourite one to talk about, Adam Treloar, his hamstring. Do we still think he could be around the 5 or 6 week mark for him to be back?
We think we might see him first or second final. So, we're
good reason to be excited.
Yeah, we're obviously hoping for first final, and he's done a power of work. He's worked extremely hard, and he's been very diligent in his rehab and his full training now. So good luck to the physios holding him back. Yeah,
absolutely. He's a bloody good footballer. I know how dedicated he is. I speak of it highly when he's on here. One last thing, boys. How are you enjoying your footy at the moment? Both of you.
Yeah, it's the most enjoyment I've had ever since I've been on an AFL list, for sure. I think
that's great. Awesome.
There's an excitement, there's a sense of positivity, there's an amazing energy amongst the group. That stems from the coaches to staff and the players, and there's a bit of a one club mentality at the moment, and it's a good place to be, rocking up, and especially being in the win-loss the way that we are. It's uncharted waters for myself, so it's good.
I'm the same, Damo. I'm just absolutely loving it. Love being around the boys. I think this is probably the closest playing group that I've been involved in, and there's genuine care between players and coaches and even staff around the footy club. So it's a good place to be.
Wow, I asked that question because if you can't feel the hairs on your arms standing up after getting those answers, you're not a Collingwood supporter. That is seriously fantastic, boys. I wish you all the best. Go out there and smash Fremantle. That 133-point drubbing they had last week, that's nothing. Show them exactly what you can do. I wish you all the best, not just this week. Great luck, and the best of luck moving into the finals. That game was proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema, 6 great locations: South Morang, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Water Gardens in the Gold Coast. Can you please put your hands together for Taylor and for Jeremy? Cheers, boys. Thanks, guys. Thank you very, very much. What we now need, we do two contestants. We've had our footy talk. We're going to have a little bit of fun with you guys and get some people up here. Welcome to the show to both Glenda and Troy. What's going to be happening here? I'll introduce the segment. It's called Simply the Best.
You're simply the best. Better than all.
All right, Glenda and Troy, what's going to be happening here? Glenda, Adam Trelaw's going to be playing on your behalf. He's going to be keeping score. All right? Oh, what did I say? I've got him on the brain. Oh, sorry. I'm so excited about having him come back. Please excuse me. I apologise for that, mate. Taylor Adams is going to be playing on your behalf, Glenda. And Troy, Jeremy Howe's going to be playing on your behalf. But we need to give you both a microphone. Do they have them? Yes. They do. Glenda, I need you to test your buzzer, really. I need you to say your name into the microphone.
Glenda.
All right, a little bit louder.
Oh, Glenda.
There we go. So when I ask the question, that's your buzzer.
Loud.
Yeah, you've got to listen to me. Don't worry about them. When I ask the question, you need to buzz in with that. You need to say, Glenda.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you, and if you know the answer, well and good. Troy, can you test your buzzer?
Troy.
Well done. That's much better. All right. So I'm going to ask you both a series of questions. The first one in with your buzzer and it correctly identifies the question with the correct answer gets the point. Now we move over to the scoring system. Taylor Adams, if you wouldn't mind, that's your scoring pad. You're going to be keeping score for Glenda. Jeremy Howe, that's your scoring pad. You're going to be keeping score for Troy. Are you both ready to go down the front?
Sure are.
All right, let's get excited. Hey, here comes your first question. How many premierships has your club won?
Troy.
Troy.
15.
Correct, mate. Well done. You're off the mark. Come on, Glenda. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Glenda.
Glenda.
26.
Oh, did she say 26? She's correct. Well done, Glenda. That was beautiful. Just keep that microphone up nice and close to you.
Sorry.
Thank you, my dear. That's all right. Here we go. Who is your team's captain?
Troy.
Oh, Troy.
Scotty Pendlebury.
Correct. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Troy.
Troy.
Adam Trelaw.
Yep. It is. Got him on the brain. How many members does your club currently have?
Troy.
Oh, Troy. Closest to within 1,000.
75 and a half.
Mate, you've got it. 75,879. Very good, mate. Is your microphone working all right down there, Glenn? You'll be right. We'll get you into it. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Troy.
Glenda, 13.
Oh, you got to say your name, Glenda.
Oh, sorry. I did say Glenda.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
13.
Yeah, you got it. Well done. It was 13. Sorry, my dear. Just keep it nice and close to your chin. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
What was the question? Sorry.
How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Troy.
Troy?
7.
No. Would you like to have a go, Glenda?
11.
No.
9.
Between 7 and
5,
11,
yeah.
it was 9. Bad luck. There you go.
Yeah.
What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Glenda.
Troy.
Glenda?
2010 in St Kilda.
Well done. Beautiful. Excellent. Did you bring your family along tonight, dear? How many points did you win that grand final by?
Glenda.
Glenda?
48 points.
No.
54.
Would you like to have a go, Troy?
56.
It would be 56, correct. Well done. All right, how are we going school-wise, boys? 5 versus 3.
Oh.
Is that right? Okay, come on, Glenda. Come on, Troy. We're rooting for both of you. This is worth 2 points, guys. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2017 and how many goals did they kick?
Troy.
Troy.
Jamie Elliott.
Yes, that's 1 point.
34.
2 points. Well done.
Well done.
Not bad, mate. All right. Glenda, this is now worth 3 points.
Yeah, all right.
So you go with this one. Who was the last Collingwood player to win a Brownlow? What year
Troy.
and how many votes did they poll?
Oh, yeah.
Dane Swan.
Yes. Keep going.
2011.
Correct. That's 2 points.
32.
Glenda, would you like to have a go?
34.
It would be 34. Correct. You got 1 point out of that. And the last question. Who was the Norm Smith medalist in the 2010 grand final?
Troy.
Troy. Good question. Troy.
Scotty Pendlebury.
Yeah.
And Lenny Hayes.
Well done. You only get 1 point for that, but you didn't need it anyway because you smashed it. Guess what, Troy? You are simply the best. Well done, mate.
You're simply
Glenda,
the best.
well done, mate. Ian. Thank you, fella. What we're going to do is we've got a little present for you down here, Troy, which Sandy's going to bring out. Do it gently, and she'll bring that out. This is what you've won tonight, mate. And I see you brought the wife and the kids along, so they're going to be pretty happy with that. That's yours. But Glenda, guess what? Don't despair, because you've won all the vouchers, and there's a $40 voucher for the Cheesecake Shop in there. All right? See, you don't have to eat yours tonight. All right? Well done, Glenda. Thank you, Troy. There's a bag for you. The kids are down the back going, "Oh, Dad, you ripper."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, that edition of the Simply the Best segment is brought to you by the Cheesecake Shop, the nation's most loved shop. It's made with love at the Cheesecake Shop. Thanks very much for playing. What we're going to do here, I need 2 kids. Who wants to come up and play? All right. What's going to happen here, boys? This segment's for you. I'll introduce it. It's called Say My Name. All right, so Heath, you're going to be playing on behalf of Taylor, and Tegan, you're going to be playing on behalf of Jeremy. All right? So all you have to do is turn over the score paddle when I say this word. Correct. Okay? That's all you got to do. Now I'll introduce the segment, boys, to you. What's going to be happening here? You've got 45 seconds on the clock. I'm going to be giving you the player's number from the Collingwood Football Club. You've got to give me their Christian name and their surname in 45 seconds. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Jeremy, wow. We like it when you get straight into it. How are we going down the front there? We all right? We're all cool? Can we kick it off? All right. So, Jeremy, 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts when I call out the first number. Just to explain the rules again, you've got to give me their Christian name and their surname. All right. Your first one starts now. Are we ready to go? Yep. Okay. All right. It's 29.
Who is it? Pass.
Tim Broomhead, number 1.
Alex Asolo.
Correct. Number 22.
Steel Sidebottom.
Correct. Number 40.
Josh Smith.
Correct. Number 2.
Jordan Goey.
Correct. Number 33.
Rupert Wills.
Correct. Number 18.
Trevi Varco.
Correct. Number 37.
Buzzy Maynard.
Yes, correct. Number 5.
Jamie Elliott.
Correct. Number 12.
Matt Scherenberg.
Correct. Number 7.
Adam Trelaw.
Correct. Number 39.
Ben Crocker.
Correct. Number 10.
Scott Pendlebury.
Correct. Number 13.
Tay Adams.
Correct. Number 35.
Braden Sire.
Jaden Stevenson. Number 14. Number 14.
Lyndon Dunn.
James Aish. That word. The word he used then was fluff. All right. All right. Just for those playing along at home. How did he go? 13. 13, mate. 13. Not a bad number for some at the Collingwood Football Club. Not too bad. 13's not bad. Your time is going to start with your first one. Are you ready to go down there, Heath? Yeah. All good, mate. Well done. Here comes your first one, mate. Number 34.
Good start. Tyler Brown.
Tyler Brown, correct. Number 15.
Lyndon Dunn.
Correct. Number 32.
Will Hoskin Elliott.
Correct. Number 21.
Tom Phillips.
Correct. Number 19.
Levi Greenwood.
Correct. Number 23.
Chris May. No. Pass.
Pass. Sam McClarty. Number 17.
Carl Brown.
Correct. Number 4.
Brady Grundy.
Correct. Number 25.
Jack Crisp.
Correct. Number 16.
Chris May.
Correct. Number 8.
Tom Langdon.
Correct. Number 26.
Dacos. Josh Dacos.
Correct. Number 46.
Mason Cox.
Number 38. Correct.
Jeremy Howe.
Yes, correct. Number 20.
Ben Reid.
Correct. Number 36.
Brayton Sire.
Correct. Number 27. Score-wise? Oh.
There was some whispering going over in this pocket. I heard Josh Dacos being said, then I heard someone else.
We love competitiveness up here. We love it a lot. Tegan, well played. You actually get to, well, you win. But Heath, you're a little champion tonight, mate. You get to take home all the vouchers, my friend. There you are, Heath.
Oh, yeah.
They're all yours, mate. And that will be for Tegan, all right? And put that on Tegan's head as well. All right, she'll love that. And Heath, you get to take along one of those as well. How's that? You can even put it on your head to keep your head warm if you like. Well done. Thank you very much, guys. Beautiful. Well done, guys. All right. I need to ask you, boys, how did you do that? Do you do the visualisation around the room or out on the ground? Or
Yeah, I went around the locker room.
Locker room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need your microphone, mate.
Sorry, I'm still rattled.
It's all right. You've got a chance to redeem yourself here. We need 2 more kids up here. The little girl right there, we'll take the little girl right there and this little girl right here. All right? You 2 come on up. We'll get you up here. All right. I'll introduce a segment while they're on their way up. It's called Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Knowing me, knowing you. There is nothing.
Catherine and Ella. Catherine and Ella, welcome along to the show. Both are very nice to have you here. How are you feeling tonight, ladies? Yep. Okay. All right. I mean, it's going really well. Thanks, Damo. Thanks for asking. Catherine, nice to have you here. Ella, nice to have you here. What's going to be happening here, you 2 are going to be given score paddles, and you have to keep score for the boys when I go through these particular segments, questions with the boys. Who would like to go first here? I think Jeremy, because you did. We'll get it over to you, Taylor.
Okay, yep.
The way this segment works, mate, this is a little doozy. What I'm going to be doing is it shows whether you're listening at the start of the show, and it shows how much you know about Jeremy. So I'm going to be asking you 10 questions about Jeremy, and then I'm going to revert those same 10 questions from Jeremy over to you. All right? That's how this one's going to work. So the 10 questions are going to be pertaining around Jeremy and vice versa. That's how it'll go. All right, so here's your first one. You're going to be keeping score down the front, Catherine, okay? For Taylor. Here's your first one. How old is he?
28.
And Jeremy, you have to give the answer.
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, there you go. There's your first one.
So I can steer the answers here.
You can.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is where you can redeem yourself.
Yeah.
What is his date of birth, month and year?
Nah, I got no idea.
No?
Actually, no idea.
Okay, Jeremy?
29th of June, 90.
29th of June. All right, no point there. Do you know where he was born, town and state?
Yeah, he's born in Tasmania, about
Yeah.
30k south of Hobart.
A little place called?
It's near Sorrel.
Yeah, near Sorrel. Not bad.
Close enough, sure.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. I'll take it. Would you take it?
No, I wouldn't. It's called Dodgers Ferry.
Dodgers Ferry.
Dodgers Ferry.
That counts.
Yeah, all right, okay. So we can award a point for that?
No.
Oh.
He got the half hour south of Hobart.
Near Sorrel.
We'll give him a half
Yeah,
a point
near
then.
near
We haven't
Falls
got a
Festival.
scorecard for that. We'll make it up at the end. Here we go. Do you know his middle name?
Nah. Nah.
You were going to have a
I
punt
was
then,
going
were
to
you?
say Alan, but no idea.
No?
Neil.
Neil. All right, no point there either. What is his favourite subject to talk about?
Himself? Golf.
First or second answer?
Second.
Wrong. First.
Should have stuck with him. We'll give him a point for that. I like that answer either way. All right. Do you know what, if anything, annoys him in life?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not acknowledging when he lets you in traffic.
Correct.
Good. Very nice. How many brothers or sisters does he have?
One.
Excellent. Jeremy?
Brother.
Yes.
Older.
Yeah.
32.
All right.
31.
How many goals has he kicked in his career to date?
80 something. 81.
Wrong.
88. Excellent. All right. How many games has he played?
158.
Correct.
Correct. It is. Yeah, well done. I just thought in case you wanted to change it, but yeah, no, it is 158. And your last one, if you had to describe Jeremy's ideal day, what would it be?
He'd sleep in. He'd go out for a brekkie at the Hampton Bakery. He would then get a driver to the National Golf Club, tee off at around 10 past 1. He'd have roughly around 73 through 18, and he'd finish off with a few pots at home.
Nailed it.
I was waiting with anticipated bet. He got that. Well done.
That's good.
That was really in depth. Well
impressive.
done, Taylor Adams. Very good answer. All right, how do you finish up score-wise, Catherine? I score a 6. All right, not bad. 6 out of 10. That's
not bad,
That's a
yeah.
pass mark, mate. Well done. Ella, how are you going? You ready? Yep. All right, here we go. Here comes your first question, Jeremy Owl. How old is Taylor Adams?
24.
Yep.
You were nearly reluctant to give him that one, weren't you? What is his date of birth, month and year?
He's 24. What's that? 1994.
Nah, 93. Good maths,
September 25 this year, eh?
20. September 20. Is he so
Oh,
20?
September 20 it is.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah, okay. No points there. Do you know where he was born, town and state?
He's Geelong boy, Torquay.
Beautiful.
No, I wasn't born in Torquay. I was born in Geelong.
Geelong boy, so down near Torquay. That's what I said.
About 30k south.
We're awarding that, Taylor?
Yeah, we award that. Yeah.
All right, okay. Do you know his middle name?
James?
Yeah, it's in my Instagram name. That's why he knows it.
Yeah, all right, good. He's got that. What is his favourite subject to talk about?
Albie, his dog.
Nah.
No.
No, it'd be like...
Just isn't.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's not
that'll do. Okay, do you know what, if anything, annoys him in life the most?
People sitting on their phones at the traffic lights.
When you
Yep.
miss the green arrow. Yeah, I like it. Okay. How many brothers or sisters does he have?
3 sisters, 23, 26, 28.
Wrong.
3 sisters, though?
No, 2 brothers, 1 sister.
Bong, bong.
Did I get the ages
dear.
wrong?
Oh.
Not really, no.
How are we going down there score-wise, Ella? Is it interesting yet? Is that 4? 4 versus, what was it, 6? All right, you need to get these, my friend. Let's see how you go here. How many goals has Taylor kicked in his career?
46.
Wrong.
No.
41.
41. Okay. How many games has Taylor played?
115?
Yeah. Is it 115?
How many did you say?
115. he said.
It is 115.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
And so would that be a score of 5 now? Yeah, right. So you need this to win. Let's see how well you know.
To draw.
Oh, to draw it. I apologise. If you had to describe his ideal day, what would it be?
Bounce out of bed at 6 a.m. Grab the dog, take for a walk, grab a coffee, have a real healthy brekkie. Probably... did I say walk the dog?
Crossroad pig.
He'd probably go, like, if it was good weather, he wouldn't mind, reading a book at some stage during the day. He'd whip up a very healthy dinner, and he'd be in... No, he doesn't like Fortnite. And he'd be in bed by probably 6:30.
I'll give it to him.
You're very gracious. All right, so we've got a draw then. Yeah? Is that correct? All right, well, you're both winners. Well done, boys. You're both winners, ladies. What's going to happen here, I don't know how to do this, but one of you's got the vouchers, right? We'll sort something out. I'll get you who wants the vouchers? Tell me. All right, there you go, of course. Yeah, all right. So what I'll do for you, I'll give you a beanie, right? I'll give you a merchandise pack, right? You can put your soft drink in that. And then I'll give you a football at the end of the show. All right? Is that okay? Well done. Thanks very much,
yeah.
guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ella. Thanks, Catherine. Well done. Cheers, guys.
Knowing me, knowing you,
Well done, boys.
there is nothing we
I like that. It's great because we get to find out enough about the players, but they also get to find out a bit about each other as well, which is nice. We got one little last segment here, boys, that we'll do just before we go and get the photos done. And I'll introduce it. It's called What Can I Say? All right, what I'm going to do here, boys, there's no segment prizes to give away. It's just you boys just talking a little bit about your thoughts on football. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question. You can give me a one-word answer, or you can make it into a sentence, however you feel. I'll start it with the first one. What can I say? Finish this sentence with one word. What are your thoughts on AFLX football?
Rubbish.
Okay, good.
Yeah, waste of time.
Yep, beautiful. Pre-season games are?
Not really necessary.
Okay, yep,
Yeah, sharpen up.
yep, okay. What are your thoughts on the banners?
Love it. I love it.
Love it,
Yeah.
good. Should a Super Goal be in home and away games?
No.
Nah, because grounds are different sizes.
Okay. Is the current length of an AFL game right or wrong?
I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Okay. Should Tasmania have a team of their own?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Why not? Thursday night footy is?
Love it.
Good.
For?
Huh?
Good for?
Footy.
Yeah, thank you. Well done. Nicely done, mate. Woo. Your thoughts on a mid-season draft or trade period?
I like the idea of a draft. So
Okay.
I'd like to be able to draft VFL, waffle, SANFL players.
yeah.
Yep.
Good.
I reckon it's a great opportunity for players to become professional.
Great. Jeremy?
Yeah, I'd be the same of opinion. I don't think the mid-season trading would be overly comfortable for players.
Okay, all right. What's a good number for the interchange rule?
200.
I think 80's
Yeah.
more than fair.
Yeah, on ballers, love that. Collingwood supporters are?
Great.
Loyal.
Great and loyal. Excellent. Would you like to see State of Origin return?
Yep.
Yep, good. Your thoughts on the Twilight Grand Final?
No.
Good for halftime entertainment. Apart from that, no.
Okay, all right. Is zoning a good idea for football?
No.
No.
All right. If you were to describe yourself as a car, what sort of a car would you be?
Well, Lamborghini, Ferrari, one of those.
Very nice.
What are you, Ford Falcon?
Be a Bentley, maybe?
You can get the
Tesla.
sponsors in if you want.
Manny's a Tesla. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's vegan.
Tesla. Yeah, okay. Very quiet and just charges up and he's away. Should staging be a finable or reportable offence?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Do you like the score review?
No.
No.
No. Do you prefer the coach to be on the bench or in the box?
Box.
Yeah, out of arm's reach.
Do you like the split round fixture, what we recently went through, the bye rounds?
So,
Well, it means you can play Thursday night footy, so yeah, but I think we can play Thursday night footy anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Jeremy?
yeah, same.
All right. Being an AFL footballer is
Great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
great and awesome. Etihad roof open or closed?
Closed.
Closed.
Closed. A 50-metre penalty for infringing on the 10-metre rule. Is it harsh, fair, or just stupid?
Stupid.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's stupid.
Okay. An AFL coach's job is?
Stressful.
Crazy.
Crazy. Your thoughts on Good Friday football?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Do you like the round 23 bye round?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Playing for the Pies is?
The best.
Yeah, it's great. Love
Great.
it.
a bit of trepidation in this one. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
Joe Danaher.
I don't know what goal of the year's like, but mark of the year's not bad.
There you go. Chalk that one up. Well done, mate. Collingwood at the end of the home and away season this year will finish?
Second.
Yep. Okay. When you see a poster or merchandise of yourself, what do you think?
Buy it.
That's overpriced.
Which team will finish with a wooden spoon in 2018? Probably a lay down was there. All right. Who's your Brownlow tip for 2018?
Titch, Tom Mitchell.
Okay.
I'm going to Smokey, I reckon Clayton Oliver.
Ah, cool. All right. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
That's a really good feeling, yeah.
Yeah,
love it,
makes
yeah.
you feel good.
Great. Did you wear a player's number on your back? And if so, who?
Bucks.
Bucks.
Fine.
Yeah, I was Jimmy Bartel.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3,
okay.
yep.
All right. Do you prefer summer or winter?
Summer.
You kidding?
Unfortunately, no. Describe Melbourne traffic in one word.
Horrific.
Horrific.
Chaotic.
Chaotic. Oh, yeah, good words. If you had to choose music or TV, which would it be?
TV.
Music.
Okay. And your last one, there's only one thing you can take with you on a desert island. What is it?
Slab of Vic Tinnies.
Can you take people?
If you want to.
I'd have to take the missus, I suppose.
Be a nice answer, huh? You get all these ladies on side for sure. Yeah?
I'd take my missus as well, make it a double date.
Give you boys something to do when you're having a kick. Yeah, right on. Oh, how funny is that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our segment called What Can I Say? Please put your hands together for the boys. Thanks, boys. Well done. All right, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a ripper night here tonight. I hope you have. Have you? Thanks to all of you for coming out. Not just for supporting That's Good for Footy panel shows, but for supporting the Collingwood Football Club in essence of Taylor Adams and Jeremy Howe. Please put your hands together for them. Your first time tonight, mate. How'd you go? Was it everything you thought, or?
And some.
And some. Yeah. I like that. Yep. And Taylor, good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It was heaps of fun. Thanks for coming, guys.
Good, yeah. Wonderful to have both of you on here. I need to let you know we're obviously going to be heading into the finals after round 23. We've got 2 more shows locked away and we'll be doing them on a week-by-week basis after that because we don't know who's going to be playing yet, do we? So on August the 29th, we've got a show. It's with Richmond's Trent Cotchin and Jack Rewalt live from the Westside Hotel in Laverton. That's all right. Okay. And on September the 5th, we're doing a show at the Burvale in Nuttawading with Melbourne's Max Gawn and Clayton Oliver. Nice bunch, aren't they? Jeremy just kicked me. I don't know what's going on there. But I do want to let you know the reason that I read out those names and about those shows that are coming up is because we get great players on these shows because we're friendly, we're nice, we love it. They're meant to be where you, as I said at the start of the show, where the players meet the fans and the fans meet the plan. I've said it again. You know what I mean. It's great that the boys are here tonight. If you want to come along to any of the shows, get onto the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. I'm going to slow down now. But you can find it all at the That's Good for Footy Facebook page, or you can get it all up on the website. I wanted to say thanks to Sam. Thanks to the lovely Sandy tonight. You've been a treat. Love you working after the door, doing all the things you do. So good every week. I just now need to say good luck to Collingwood in the finals. I hope you guys go well. And for the last time tonight, can you please put your hands together for Jeremy Howe, Taylor Adams, Collingwood Football Club. My name's Damien, everyone. Thank you and good night. Cheers, guys.